Hello, Original Soul. Welcome in to this reading. I hope you're doing well. Let's jump into the oracle cards that I've got out, pre-shuffled. Then we'll add spirit animal, angel tarot, and a little bit more tarot to it. All right, so we've got development and growth out at the top of the reading. So perhaps you are learning something new. Maybe you're going back to school for something. It is that time of year, so you could be, off to college or, taking on some sort of program or new learning opportunity. You may even be, a teacher yourself. But something is developing and growing here, something in your mind. So again, some kind of learning or even some sort of new belief may be developing. This could also be a project as well. Something is starting to take a little bit more shape, get a little bit more traction, and you may be seeing some growth there. At the heart of the reading here, number 28, fourth house roots. What a beautiful image on that card. So at the heart right now, you could be thinking about your ancestry, something to do with family or home. This could even be about your emotions or desires. So really having those things kind of held in your heart space. There may be some nostalgia or even reconnection with, maybe people from your childhood or relatives or something like that. And this could just be about nurturance, mother energy. Even if you're a man, right, you have some sort of nurturing, whether that's your body, yourself, your home space. So home space could definitely be figuring into this as well. And some matters or situations may kind of be coming to an end here. Both the development and growth card and the fourth house roots card in the books both mentioned the womb space and that time before birth. So for some of you, you may be about to give birth or finding out that you're pregnant or having a family, or again, that could be with some sort of idea that has sort of been kind of gestating or incubating. And again, that's maybe taking a little bit more shape. And then at the root of the reading, we got roots at the heart. At the root of the reading, out of the dream deck, we've got this musical instruments card. So for some of you, you may be some sort of musician or artist, have something to do with music, whether it's lyrics or actually playing. Perhaps you're in a band. This also could be about singing. So you could be in choir or singing, or just doing that, on your own for fun, and really using music to help keep you rooted. For some of you, music could even be sort of either jogging your memory or bringing up past memories. Let's say a song pops up on the radio while you're driving, and that sort of reminds you of someone from your past. Or you could just, again, be using music, or it might be helpful to use music to even find some sort of release or just to kind of get things moving. So maybe you do dance, again, or actually play something yourself. Okay, so that's what we've got out so far with the oracle cards. We're going to get a spirit animal. See what animal from our spirit animal friends wants to bring in some support and some helpful energy. Okay, we'll give it a couple shuffles here. Maybe there's some sort of talent or pattern that runs in your family. Okay, there we go. Elephant, forgiveness. All right, let's see here. Elephant, forgiveness. If you are feeling angry about a past issue, the elephant is asking you to discover the more vulnerable feelings behind that anger. You are being asked to forgive and be gentle with others and also with yourself. I know I mentioned with that fourth house roots card, there may be some sort of matter or situation coming to an end. I've already been talking about this sort of nostalgia. So for some of you, that could be maybe a less pleasant memory or experience that, you have some strong feelings about. And fourth house is about emotions and feelings. It's tied to the moon. And anger is a secondary emotion. So like elephant is reminding us, right? What are the other underlying feelings because of that? Anger is sort of a mask to something else, whether it's hurt, pain, fear is a big one. So taking a deeper look at what that might be, if this is making sense for you. All right. Carrying anger, that does have an impact on your body. It has an impact on your mindset. It can have you feeling less stable and less centered. So being able to move through or past whatever this might be is going to be really helpful for your development and your growth. All right, let's get an angel here. We got two that went flying over there. Let's see who we got. 10 of Pentacles and the Lovers. I didn't note it, but I was gonna say with the animal deck, when I got a little confused, I thought one had flipped upside down. Swan, which is love energy, was the animal there. So, this could have to do with a past love or just someone that you hold dearly. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic love. Or finding more balance with yourself. But all right, we've got 10 of Pentacles, Manadel, number 36, the Honorable God, inner and outer work, helps one keep their job, protects against disasters. So there's the first angel. Inner and outer work, which goes right along with elephant, taking a deeper look, especially if anger is bubbling at the surface there. And then the Lovers, Haniel, joy of God. Joy and pleasure brings happiness to couples, removes negative energy. All right, so there are two of the angels, if you work with angels, that you may call on or ask for assistance from, along with whoever else that you connect to. All right, let's get messages from Archangel Michael. Two came out from there as well. So Archangel Michael's got two messages. Two angels wanted to pop out. And this fourth house roots card also did mention connecting to angels. Maybe hard to see here, but there's two angels right there. Hold that up a little bit closer. You may even hear, I'm just getting like clairaudience, or maybe you get some of that ringing in your ear or hear kind of sounds even when you're sleeping or dreaming. Okay, let's see what Archangel Michael wants to help with this week. Your children are watched over by angels. We've got a lot of family energy here, also baby and womb energy. Dear guardian angels of my children, born and unborn, thank you for watching over my children and ensuring their happiness and safety. Please guide me so that I know the best ways to be a good parent and role model for my own and other people's children. Right, so whether you're a parent, or I think at the beginning I mentioned maybe you're a teacher, right? So being a good role model, setting a good example, asking for assistance. All right. And then the other message, make a commitment. Archangel Michael, as the angel of courage and confidence, I call upon you to lend me your strength. Allow me to commit to myself, my life, and my divine purpose. Please clearly guide me so I can fully open my heart to every experience. All right, so some beautiful messages there from Archangel Michael, knowing that you and your children are protected, and right, making a commitment to yourself, to your body, to your self-care, to your environment, right? All that inner work, like Elephant talked about, is where that change and shift can happen. And then that can start to trickle out into your environment and to those around you, especially if you do have people that you caretake and nurture, whether it's children, partner, parents, pets. All right. All right, let's add some tarot here to it and just see if there's any other information or additional messages that pop out here. All right, so strength coming out, which was just mentioned in the Archangel Michael make a commitment message. So having strength to make a commitment to whatever this development and growth card is about for you, whether you're learning something new, developing a new skill, growing something current, a project, a family, a relationship, whatever that may be. But this is really, having the strength to put in that effort and work. We've got the Nine of Pentacles out as well, which is a really confident energy. I see that card in kind of the traditional visuals of tarot. I'm associated with the Strength card as well. So that is knowing that you can rely on yourself, being confident in your skills, staying grounded and centered. And then with the Princess of Cups with this, right, this could be related to possibly some sort of psychic abilities. Maybe you've got some sort of new skill coming online. I know I had mentioned clairaudience, but maybe you've got some sort of skill. It could have to do with empathy or feelings, or again, just connecting to spirit guides, spirit team, angels. And this also does have to do with being confident enough and the strength enough to look at and handle your feelings, which was also mentioned by Elephant. Okay, so something there with something more flowy, that's something that's fluid. This could be an unfamiliar space for you. And so again, having that strength and confidence, right, to know that it's okay to be trying something new or to be new at something, that's coming through as well. All right, let's see here what wants to come out with fourth house roots. Let's see, I'm going to give it one good shuffle here. All right. Fourth house roots. Let's see what information wants to come out here. Knight of Discs. Knight of Discs, Knight of Pentacles is a slow, methodical, practical, moving knight. So that really has a lot of that earth energy, Virgo energy, root energy. His horse is not even moving. He's sort of looking off in this image towards What might be a challenge, to me, this looks sort of like a mountain in front of him. So you may have a situation or a challenge or some sort of matter that you have been dealing with or facing. Again, whether this is in your family, potentially your career with some of the pentacles that are coming out. This could be something that you've been dealing with since you were a teenager, or it could have to do with children or teens or siblings even. Let's get another card with this here. But it doesn't mean standing still and never moving, right? It's okay to think and plan and pause to make sure the steps that you're moving and taking forward are the appropriate type of action. Yeah, with the star is about healing. I love the star image in this Thoth deck. Again, that's the water bearer, like I was mentioning with the Princess of Cups. Also mentioned with the 4th house card about emotions. So this is not shoving your emotions down or pushing away your feelings. This is allowing things to come up to the surface and maybe even expressing some of those, or again, working through them, whether that's through journaling or maybe you talk to a therapist or a friend or something like that. And you're starting to take action and steps to heal whatever the situation or is causing maybe this residual anger or this resentment that you potentially could be holding on to. It's time to release that and let that go and really shine a light on whatever that may be. Right, again, to really help your development and growth, to help get rid of that low vibration energy and kind of keeping that stuck in your body and in your space. So taking steps to move through that, taking steps to work on that. It's upside down, yeah. Got the moon right now at the bottom of the deck as we're talking about the 4th house. Like I mentioned, that is associated with the moon. So this definitely could have a lot to do with your feelings. And depending on how you feel about that, right? Some people feel like certain emotions are bad or negative, right? They all are signals. When you sit in certain types of emotions too long, right, it can start to be bad and it can start to be negative, and that can really start to impact you. So definitely something here with some sort of release, so you can allow new experiences, new feelings, and even maybe new connections to come in. All right, let's see what we got here with music. The High Priestess and the Knight of Cups. Let me hold these up. All right, for some of you, you could even sort of get lyrics or poetry or some of those things in a really intuitive way. Like maybe you write a song or some sort of poem and it sort of comes flowing through you, through your intuition. Also, like I said, using music potentially to sort of jostle something if you have been feeling stagnant or a little stuck in any sort of way, right? Maybe cranking up the music, dancing a little bit, getting energy flowing and moving, and just seeing kind of what comes up from there. And then with the Knight of Cups, this could be about offering something or presenting something, sharing something, whether this is music, your project, an emotion, a feeling. Maybe you actually, address whatever this situation is and communicate it. But really offering up something, whether this is your heart, whether this is your talent. Because there is some sort of new opportunity that has a lot of potential to be really grounding. Got Ace of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. That seems like that will be available, or maybe even sort of you realize that it's there, or it presents itself once, you work through your confidence, work through, again, whatever the situation is that may be sort of holding you in a grudge sort of space. Using your intuition to move forward and sing your song to bring creativity into the mix. Anger can sometimes, words are like escaping my brain right now. I was going to say squelch, but really suppress. That's the word I was searching for. It can suppress your creativity or your willingness to be open, your willingness to be more vulnerable. That's coming through as well. Allowing yourself to be open and vulnerable again. But really using your discernment, using your intuition, if that's a skill that you've built up. If not, it's always a good time to start getting in touch with what those signals are, what your body's trying to tell you. All right, let's see here. So, signs and synchronicities that may pop up for you. We've got elephants, of course, here. I'm seeing crabs, fish, swan, peacock, definitely angels, camel, silver moon, cows, and then maybe like hearing sounds or noises or some of those clairaudient things. Maybe you kind of hear music off in the distance or suddenly hear some sort of noise. Or even a trumpet is the one that's standing out the most there to me. Okay, so those are some of the signs and synchronicities that we've got here on these cards. All right, so let's come up here with an affirmation for the week. We've got a lot of energy around working through feelings, being strength. Sure, okay, being strength, maybe for yourself or for others. Kind of sitting in your own space and your own energy and feeling grounded and connected while you're doing that. There's also a lot of connection here to roots and family energy. So, all right. How about this for an affirmation? I am rooted. Right, we'll draw on this fourth house roots card here. You are rooted. Right, so we all have a foundation depending on what has happened in your life, what your focus is on. Right, only you know if that is a solid foundation or something that is a little bit shaky or a little bit rocky. All right, but really rooting into yourself. Maybe you do spend some time researching about your ancestry and your actual roots. This could even have to do with past lives. All right, but all these things that you brought in to when you were born, when you started and came into this life. So understanding your root energy a little bit more, but then also feeling rooted, feeling centered and feeling calm, even through what might be a little bit of turmoil or stress, anger, right? Especially if you're trying to work through forgiveness, whether that's for someone else or for yourself. All of that energy can be really unsettling. So putting some effort into staying grounded, staying rooted, feeling connected through whatever you're going through, right? So maybe you do meditation, nature, getting out in nature is a really great way to feel rooted and clear your mind and your air. And your head. Maybe you're an airhead. Doing physical practices, yoga is one of my favorites, but maybe you have something that you prefer to do that, maybe you like to knit or draw, as we're talking about creativity as well. All right, so being rooted in your own energy, feeling strong enough to sit with yourself and really notice and appreciate and acknowledge the feelings that come up. And then also rooting whatever this idea might be for you. Right? Rooting some of these new talents, even if they're kind of psychic abilities or empathic abilities, and getting those more ingrained in your foundation as you move forward. All right, so that is the message that we've got. That's the affirmation. We are rooted. I hope there was something helpful here for you today. And until next time, peace.